Okay, let's talk about how pricing works. This was a real mystery to us. And we ended up going to all of these conferences where these lead vendors go to and the publishers are going to. And so we had to figure out how this really works all the way back to where people are going on the web and filling out their information. So what we found out is the publishers who are out there, and they're all competing for the same client. You know, they're competing with the major carriers and they're competing with each other to try and get a client to hook in onto their website. And then once they've got them on their website, then they send it out to an aggregator. Well, an aggregator might be pulling leads from a lot of different places and a lot of different publishers, and then they put them in a bigger basket. And then the retail outlets for these leads are going in and they're saying, okay, well, this company over here is willing to pay $60 for a lead. This one's willing to pay 75 because they've got a client that's willing to pay 95. Well, so that lead goes to that client because their end user is willing to pay more. Therefore, they can get a profit out of that and they can bid more. So it's a commodity based system. And that's why we're getting edged out as agents because we're competing with the major carriers for these leads and with each other. So if you have an agent that's out there and they're trying to meet a goal or they have some kind of enhanced compensation because they're a new agency or something like that, then they are going to come in at a higher bid price and they're going to poison the market because we can't compete with that because their ROI is better than ours because they're getting maybe a better commission out of it. So that's what's going on in the marketplace. And the only way we could figure out how to beat that is to go in at the wholesale level where the aggregator is and say, okay, we're going to place bids inside with the aggregator, just like we're a retail outlet. So when we come in, we're starting the bids out at $50 because that's what we're figuring is a decent rate to be able to get enough volume to actually move the needle. Now, you could theoretically come into the co-op and bid a different price. You know, you could bid $30, but you might not get any leads. You could bid, 55, 60, 70, 80, $90 if you wanted to. If you're going to bid $90, then you're definitely going to get leads because, you're going to get a lot of leads coming in at that kind of price. So it's still the same model that we're operating with when we're buying leads from any of the big vendors out there. The difference is you're going to get a lead that they would sell to you for $75. You're going to be able to get it for maybe $55. So there's a huge price saving because we're cutting out that profit level. And what we're doing with the little bit of profit margin that we've got is we're taking that profit margin and we've got our administrative expenses, which aren't a whole lot, frankly, but we're taking a piece of that and we're giving that back to agents as they refer people into the co-op. And so that's what's giving us the advantage in two different ways. We have the advantage in that we're buying leads from an aggregator as opposed to a retail outlet. And we also have the advantage because we don't have sales and marketing that we're dealing with. And so what would go into that and into massive overhead, we're putting it into helping the agents to get the lead cost down. So the more you participate in the co-op, the better your discount is going to be for how much you're going to purchase leads for. And so it's pretty simple the way it operates and it just keeps rolling on. Like if you have somebody that you refer, as long as they stay in the system, you're going to be able to keep taking advantage of the fact that they're buying leads to lower your price. So that's how it works. If you have more questions, feel free to reach out. My information is on the website.